All right. So it begins another day. Today's Sunday. It's not a particular weekday. Still a day I want to get up and do some things and be productive. I hope you're well. I just brewed some coffee. This is 22 Sierra First Light. This is a really good coffee. I've gone through this bag and not recorded a video for recording purposes till today. We're like, Bruce, let us see the goods. Let's look at these beans. They're from Papua New Guinea. Okay. Light brown, not super roasted. Now, there's a more complicated bits to what I'm about to say, but for you laymen in the chat, the more you roast your beans, the more you cook out your caffeine. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm on my second bag, quickly going into my third of this particular blend. And for those of you that really like a caffeinated coffee, the lighter the roast, typically the more caffeine is retained. So this is a advertised blend. They have more caffeine, literally from the website. Let's go to the website here. That way, I'm not paraphrasing. All right. $16. Whole bean, 12 ounce. They will be putting it in a 5-pound bag soon because of this and others. Here's your options. If you live within Mount Vernon, striking distance to Mount Vernon, and I say 2 to 3 hours away from Mount Vernon, Missouri, you probably want to go and you could pick this up, not even have to have them ship it to you. Their shipping is fast. I get the free shipping about 4 to 5 days. 100% Arabica. Arabica. It's a light roast, as you saw it when I put it in my hand. Caramel, floral, apricot, cocoa, and sourced out of New Guinea. Here's other blends you may like. About 2 weeks ago, I did a review on Cocky's blend. I recommend Cocky's blend if you like a flavorful coffee that does kind of punch you. That one there really surprised me. This First Light is my favorite coffee that these guys make. This used to be my favorite coffee. No, still going to get it. Still going to subscribe for that coffee. No. Now it's First Light. It is First Light. Here's the other blends they have. They got a medium roast, another medium roast, whiskey, which isn't bad. It's whiskey barrel coffee. They let it sit in the whiskey barrel so it gets a little smoky, whiskey-ish flavor. It's really kind of good. I'm not gonna try to bullshit you and say like, oh my god, it's so much like having Jack Daniels in your Folgers coffee. No. You've got whiskey notes when you're drinking it. You can be like, what the fuck? And if you're around somebody that's a teetotaler, they're probably not going to like the smell. All right, now that I said that, back to this. I drink usually a full thermos of this every day when I have this in my thermos. I don't share it. I try not to give it away. This doesn't come back home with me. Other coffees I have, sometimes I don't drink the whole thermos. Sometimes I share it out. You need coffee? You look like shit. You look like you could use some happiness. Let me give you some coffee. Now comes the thermos. I've had that same thermos for 5 years from another coffee company, and it works good. It's got a good seal on it. Never had a complaint with it. Anyway, I put that in my thermos as much as I can because during a week I really need this magic. It says right here, the extra bit of caffeine needed to get through a long day. All right. So here's a pro gamer tip for any of you. If you don't have First Light coffee, what you do is you grab some coffee beans from your house, put them in a small Ziploc, and take them with you at your job. Put them in your pocket. That way, about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, when that fatigue wave hits you, because you've been up since like 6 or 5:30 or 5 or 4 or 3, whatever. When you're getting fatigued, you pop the coffee beans in your mouth. It's like putting in a lipper for you tobacco heads. A little bit of coffee bean between the gum and your lip right here, and it's gonna help you sail through the day. Now, I'm gonna tell you that I've never lipped a First Light. Okay, I drink this stuff and I can't get enough of it. This is really good. Whenever I drink this, I have to have about a gallon and a half of water because I do live in South Texas. It gets very hot here. But just right now, before it even starts getting above 94 degrees in the afternoon, I'm drinking a gallon and a half of water just to hydrate myself. I know how my body is. I know I need to hydrate, but I love this coffee. It's got a good taste to it. It's not overwhelmingly strong like a dark roast. On the flavor side, it's not bitter. Hold on. Rewind. This is not a bitter coffee. This is a very tasty coffee that's very smooth, and it hits you in about maybe 10 minutes or less, 8 minutes or less. If you only have 1 cup of this, you should be able to move pretty well throughout the morning. I just tend to drink all of it throughout the day because I'm addicted to it. And I don't know if that's a bad thing, but I don't care. I really don't care. It's good. This is by far the best blend that 22 Sierra Coffees came out with. And for all of you that are out there that wonder about a good coffee blend, there's not many good coffee blends out there that will actually deliver on their promise. But I've found that this one here, it seems to work for me. This is a fresh pot. I'm swallowing like 120 degree stuff, but it's very, very good. It is also a chilly Texas morning. It's 64 degrees on the 30th of April. This is the coldest spring I've seen since I've been back here since 2011. All right. 5 stars. Is there other coffees out there that are probably better? There might be. But for that organization, and I'm not as much of a coffee snob as many other people are. I typically am familiar with the mainstays: Folgers, Sanka, Sanborn, Maxwell House, and that was before I developed a need to be up way too many hours. Now, after I joined in the oil field, when you're in the military, you just get stuck with chow hall or shipped coffee. And there could be a FSA or mess person that could be fucking with the coffee, as there often is. And you don't really know you're getting coffee. You might be getting urine on coffee beans. The Fight Club shit's real. Anyway, but I'm going to tell you that when I got out and I started having to get my own stuff to become functional, I needed a good coffee, and I started going into other brands. Now I hit the biggest vet bro brand out there, and I was part of their affiliate program, and I didn't mind it. I actually enjoyed it. They had a good camaraderie among their people. They had good relations with me, and anybody I interacted with, they were typically like really professional. On this channel, there's a video to Evan Hafer asking him what the fuck. Oh, by the way, this isn't for kids. And I left. Well, I got involved with other coffee companies. I've been in other subscription programs. This company right here, they're partnered with a local brand. Not really started local, but they're now local. They're now HQ'd in San Antonio. That's Grunt Style. Also partnered up with Irreverent Warriors and a bunch of other really good groups. Okay, but 22 Sierra is out there to try to stop, or at least put their hand out and try to offer veterans from committing suicide. Other people, they don't want them to commit suicide either, but their focus is veterans. It says it right there, 22 Sierra, stop to 22 a day. And I know this is a horse that sometimes I kick on repeat, but as a Navy vet myself, I have to tell you that if you are feeling like you're overwhelmed or you're going through a lot of crap, that there's help out there for you. And I don't want you to have to go through that. There's a 988 suicide hotline. This is a men's suicide hotline called 988. It's supposed to help funnel men into that suicide hotline number for veterans. Is there a veterans there? I guess that might actually be the same suicide hotline number for women. Let me see. Yeah. If you're experiencing difficulty, no matter which of the two sexes you are, call 988 or 911, 911. And it'll get you to a network of trained counselors. 980 Lifeline is going to do their best to keep you on the phone and make sure that whoever you really need to talk to right now, you at least have an answer by the time you're willing to hang up the phone and be able to process that you can get through this. Anyway, that is my review. It took me 12, 13 minutes to get around to the meat. Really hope you guys don't have to use that phone number. But if you do, it's there. Any and all proceeds from this video that I make are going back to Wounded Warrior. So if you want to give thanks, that's great. I don't ask you to. In fact, I ask you just to donate directly to your local outreach programs for people in your community that need the help. And everybody, the more that the nation of America gets screwed up, and not just the other nations don't matter. I'm an American now. I don't know what's going on and what's at stand or whatever. I'm just telling you that help out your local community first before you throw any money at me, before you throw any money at any national organization. I want you to make it.